Hello garden lovers, I hope you're well. In today's video I'm going to talk to you about some changes I plan to make in the garden, show you some roses that are not doing so well in that location and I will be moving it, and making some changes to my rose borders. We're going to do a little walkabout, but before that, well, I'm going to tell you what this rose is. This rose is called Pride and Prejudice, bred by an English breeder called Harkness. This is my white border. This is Desdemona. And by the way, I have a new phone, so the pictures, I hope, fingers crossed, would be a bit better quality. This one here is Tranquility by David Austin, and I do have quite a few new basil canes coming through. This red one here is Lion's Rose, also known as Champagne Moment. It's not in bloom, but very, very healthy rose. Let me show you something is in bloom. This is Wedding Piano, and this one here is an open bloom of that flower. Very lemon kind of colour, fresh, has a green tinge. While in this white border, the only rose that I think that is misplaced is, I think, this one here. Do you see this one? I've already halved the growth. I've already cut them down because it's so tall. See where I've cut it? And this rose is Madame Anisette, and totally planted in the wrong location because it's far too big, far too tall for this area. So in about a month or so time, I shall be digging this up and relocating it to where she doesn't get in the way, where she has room to grow. So this one is going to a different location. Now, also moving on to something I am going to I'm not moving, but I'm going to hard prune it. This is a crazy, look at the amount of growth, so wide, about 10 feet wide. And I'm going to take out some really old canes on this. Do you see some old canes there? I'm going to remove a couple of those because it's far too congested. This one is a rambler, but I'm going to try and treat it like a climber. This is perennial blue, and in the early summer there's masses and masses of purple flowers. So that one is going to be very, very hard pruned to keep it a little bit more in check. Getting far too big for this area, causing a lot of shade. Okay, moving on to this border here. There's not a lot of changes I want to make here, except just to remove or thin out some of this Cocosmia lucifer. There's too much in there, so I'll probably lift some up and plant somewhere else. But this time of year we should really condition our soil and also mulch our potted plants. So I've got this free leaf mold. There's a stretch of woodland near my house, and there's a big pile of leaf mold just piled on the corner. So I go and collect some with some of these couple of bags, because you can't drive up to it. It's where people walk their dogs and go running, etc. And I have had some strange looks from people who think I'm a bag lady, well, a compost bag lady. So maybe I should wear a high vis so that people think I'm working for the council and doing some clearing up. But yeah, this is what I have to do to keep my garden nice and healthy. So let's have a look at this area here. This is my peach border, where I plant these soft peachy colours. In fact, I think I have a bloom to show you. A very pretty bloom. Look at that. That is Boscobel. And that's supposed to have an amazing scent. Let me just see if I can sniff it. Ah, not a huge amount of scent at the moment, probably only about a 4. But it is there. It's just very wet and rainy. And yeah, I do have some cafe au lait dahlias here which are not in bloom. So not a lot of going on here. We probably wouldn't be changing too much because this area is quite small. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about this Emily Bronte throwing up this really long canes. So pretty flowers. I'm just going to show you. Look at that bloom. Now this is Emily Bronte. It changes colours from peaches to yellows, and then it turns to cream with blush pinks in there. Really gorgeous rose. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to really cut back the canes, the really long canes, but not too much. We're only trying to stop from rocking and from the wind. So say like this cane here, I would probably prune it by half. So we'll probably prune it somewhere here. But just in case of dieback, we need to leave ourselves about 2 or 3 nodes that are facing outwards, so that if it dies back, there's somewhere to prune it to in spring. So we'll do it like a semi prune, so to speak, and then we do a proper prune in spring. So say like this one here, this one is done a little too early, where it's shooting out here. You see where it shoots out. So we probably don't want this to happen because it's just wasted energy, and it's not doing very much at this time of year. So we'll leave that. We don't want to promote any more growth, but we'll probably might shorten it in a few weeks' time. So that's that area, and this area is supposed to be my red area. Now I'm going to move some pink roses and pink flowers out the way because I do want this to be for my red roses. And as you can see, this red rose has been flowering non-stop, and I think this was my number 3 in the best performing rose. This is Love Struck. I think bred by Dixon Roses as an English breeder. Still blooming away. So I'm going to remove some pink roses here. As you can see, I already have some red foliage which would balance out the red flowers, the red roses, which I probably ordered about, I don't know, about six different varieties of red roses, because I've never really ordered that many red roses. But I think this year I'm going to try and make this into a nice red area planting. This is a rose called Bring Me Sunshine. Very lovely rose with a strong myrrh scent, and quite a tall grower as well. So it's grown in this orangey yellow bed that I've got here. And as you can see, we have some bare patches already from a rose that I've taken out a month ago, and I do plan to move this tree here. You see my Shinko pear, this is my pear tree. I do plan to move it there because it's too close to the edge. And the thing is, this pear, it doesn't seem to drop, but it is ripe. Just look at that. I'm going to take a bite. That is sweet and crunchy. There's nothing like growing your own fruit and just picking it off like that. I'm going to show you some flowers while I chew this. That is Lady Ocelot. So I'm going to probably tidy this area up a little, move my Shinko pear, which is loaded with fruit. So heavy that I had to stake it. So I think I'm going to move my Shinko pear over here, so we have room for these 2 roses to grow, and also probably plant some more roses there as well. So this rose here is a cutting called Dana Hue, a David Austin rose. and it's planted next to another rose, also with the same color family. This is Sweet Honey, smallish blooms but very good grower, and so is Dana Hue. So next year we are going to see a real battle of who is going to perform best. But I think my biggest change here would be, let me show you, this is loads of these small branches I've taken off this apple tree to let in some more air and light. Sorry, yeah, air and light. So mostly to benefit this area behind me. I never show you this area because it's always shady, and I think I need to increase my rose beds because I've got so many on the way. So this area we have some viburnums, some ferns, and just behind that I do have 3 roses on the edge of the apple tree where the sunlight still hits the that area. So this will be my main focus next year, to increase another new rose bed with lots of roses. I could probably fit about 20 in there, like grow the tall roses, Madame Anisette, and some climbers. Actually got a climber there already waiting. I'm going to do this with yellow flowers. This is the Pilgrim, and the one in the ground over there is called Golden Gate, and this little one here is called Chateau de Cheverny. I think is it's also called Belle de Jour, bred by Delbar, but it's such a small plant. I did have a few blooms earlier in the summer, but I didn't smell it, but I've heard it's very fragrant. I don't think I bothered to smell this because it's so close to the ground. I think all I would get was a whiff of soil. But I'm looking forward to that one growing. And yeah, as you can see, I'm going to move some peonies out the way. There's a lot of nice space here that I can fill. So I'm really looking forward to that. So only because by taking down so much of the branches that I could increase my growing space. So that's what I'm going to do during the winter months. That will keep me very busy until spring. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for watching.